It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and...
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really...
Pressure comes and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Fry. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw the little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick 6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick 6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
A big play that time on the catch possession run.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Brings up 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Fry. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. From the gun on third down. McIntosh trying to lay one up deep.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He's got exactly what you're looking for. The ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Fry. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
On third down. Fry. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. McIntosh looking deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tap.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Back to throw. Fry. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And his kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the left side. It's Pearson. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they'll run on the draw. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cole, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Fry. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. There he goes, left side. The 20, 10, 5, and he's going to bring the football back for a touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, in a great play for that defensive unit. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6.
Tigers
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Fry. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. To throw on second down, Fry. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
You definitely won't like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
Yeah, that one sailed on him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. But what a break here. Turnover late in this first half, and now they're set up in field goal range already.
With a chance to get more. So what you're telling your unit as they go out onto the field is very simply this. We've got 3 in our hip pocket. Don't jeopardize that. Let's attack and go for the big one here. Let's go get 6.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They go play action here on first down. And it's caught. Touchdown! A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Tigers will extend their lead here just before halftime. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Trevor Lawrence, 3 touchdown passes as his guys moved to 2.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. McIntosh. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a long
once a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, look at the juke. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Looking to throw on second down. Fry. And he's got his man in stride. Complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 94 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Fry. That's caught by Ware. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second and a yard.
To throw on second down. Fry. Quick hitter here. It's complete. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fry. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it's a second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Point after here coming up. He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 21-13. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On first down. It's Pearson, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, McIntosh. He finds his man, complete. It's Richards. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On 1st and 10, McIntosh. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Robbins. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Second and 10. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run on 1st down. It's Pearson, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. McIntosh. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Out come the Titans now. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
Will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain down to about the 33. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Fry. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sets up 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, McIntosh. He finds his man, complete. That's Robbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Tigers.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. On first down, Pearson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Pearson, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he'll give it here to his running back. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. The Titans on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Taken right around the 44. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. The Chicago offense set to get started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Throwing to start the drive. McIntosh. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lamb. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McIntosh. Over the middle, complete. That's Richards. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lamb. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll show the defense.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Sanders' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. 122 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 28-yard line.
Back to throw. Fry. He finds his man. Complete. It's Fisher. The Titans on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Fry. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 38. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Tennessee offense set to go again. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Throwing after the interception. Fry. Going to throw right side here. Complete. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Into the secondary, past the 40. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Fry. Flushed out right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first down. Fry. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on second down. Fry. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Pearson stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. On third down, it's Pearson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And they'll send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. So now the Titans down by 8. At time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They try to take a shot there on second down, and that leaves them, because of the incompletion, a very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with the time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
They'll look to throw. And Walker has it. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. He's back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Back to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for our visitors, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.